Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2, where we're going a million miles an hour right now on our train number 12, as it's known, which is carrying our planks of wood all the way to the refinery, but really it's going to the airport where the plane takes it. It's a beautiful line. We've had so much fun on this line. It's going great. We're playing to play everything. We're going way too fast. Guys, we're making tons of cash money moolah. Last episode, we kind of sorted out a lot of the issues that we kind of had, if that made sense. We got our first set of hovercrafts in, which, where are they right now? Where's one? Is this one over here? Yes, boy. It's toodaloo-dalooing on the scene right now. We got the brand new food little looping, which is slowly growing longer. You can see the charts are now going through the freaking roof. We got our date speed slowed down a bit so we can progress and have a little bit of speed going on. Got the extra little port at Middleham. It's going really good. We had to change a lot of this up, and we still need to configure this. So I'm going to add in a brand new depot which drops the oil off. That way this is not being held up and just kind of waiting for oil to come in. So I'll fix that in just a moment. I also today want to get Leek and Billy here hooked up to Blexley, because we now officially have the train line all up and running, which is beautiful. And if we can get these two towns hooked up to this, so it'll just be a train there to there to there, free town train. That'll get these two guys hooked up to this, which will get more passengers going on that one, and vice versa. And then hopefully we can get a boat going from St. Ives all the way down to Bearley here. So then that hooks us on to the route even more. We'll kind of see how that goes, but I'm kind of excited at the same time. Now, if you guys have been enjoying this, please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out when the next episode of Transport Fever 2 is going to be coming soon. So let's sort this out then, because this is a big monstrosity. So the problem is, well, the problem started when we decided to upgrade the vehicles to where they hold more goods. Now, that's good. It's brilliant, mate. Superb. The only problem is when they hold more goods in places that require them to pick up goods that are being produced, like that truck there is waiting for this to produce. It waits a little bit longer than normal. I'm actually going to pull it over there just like that, so we got a bit of room to play with. Then streets, we'll do a simple connection like this. So the reason I'm getting it kind of out the way is so we can have a separate drop-off area. So all these trucks that can then drop off the oil, so we're not being held up, because that one's kind of just waiting. It holds and causes a traffic jam for all the stuff wanting oil, meaning I can't produce nothing, and that's not going to move. So let's configure this. Cargo. And let's just drop a load of these in. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to need, so I'm just going to drop a couple down and let it pick a spot. But that's kind of all we need to do there. Then I need to find the oil route on this. So I've got to get this correct right now. It's not crude oil, it's actual oil. So oil import. Haha, there we go. So rather than go into the Halesworth Halt, we want it to go there. So get rid of Halesworth Halt, and it's going to be unloading just pure oil. That's all it needs to do. So that will constantly be fueled with oil to keep producing, and then we won't have those big hold-ups or backups like what we've got now. So let's give it a little bit of a fast forward then to try and sort itself out. That's kind of what we need to do. So we're going to have the queue while that waits, again, for the fuel to be placed on board. But once that starts bringing the fuel to it, we should be rocking and rolling again. So we'll just have to give it some time, because it's going to go back right now to then come forward again. So let that do what it's got to do, and let's take a look over here then. So let's go back into play mode. So I need to create a train station in both of these towns. So this one's going to be kind of a weird one, because it's going to kind of come up and then come back out again. Which, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's going to be kind of funky. Let's just put it that way. So let's start over here then. Buildings, and we want the passenger one. And we're going to go for the end station. Now I'll go for a long one. Do you think, I reckon that's too long? Because I'm thinking, like, if I have a long one, I can, like, have so many passengers waiting on it. But I don't feel like I need it to be that long for this. It's only a small town. It's only really going to be one Well, yeah, we're going to only have one side of it being used. So I'll drop that there. And the same goes for this one. We'll do like one side. And if I get it over in this side here. There, that hooks up to that. That's all industrial over on that side. So if we get that kind of close, boom, like that. Nice. So we go for the high-speed rail. And how do I want to do this? I'll let it come down with a poor vehicle. Let it come across there, go straight across to go back up there. I think that's how we'll do it. So I'll just go to here. To kind of go to there. To kind of... I mean, I know there's quite a bit of traffic there, but this train's not going to be that frequent. So we haven't got to worry about having to do like a certain route or loop or anything like that. It is what it is, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And then we have this second platform over here waiting for it, which I think I'll bring out so far, like there, in a continuous line. And then this, now that goes up. Could I make it go as a tunnel? Oh, that would have been cool if it could. Go as a tunnel through that. It's a shame it won't let me do it, won't it? Yeah. What a shame. What a shame. But we will bring that up ourselves. And then make it go across. Right, go to there. Push that right back. Go as low as I can that it will allow me. To then simply bring it back down. Now we're going to have to run it down here and pull it to this bridge. Because I don't really want to go across that bit because it would look a little bit weird. So if I just cancel that for a moment. We've got to create the bit where... Oh, excuse me. I don't want you to be high from the get-go. Who do you think you are? Alright, let me just cancel. Go back in. Alright, that connection will work there. It's only, again, like I said, it's only going to be one train on this. And if I get that to run, yeah, that'll be alright. Run along parallel with that. So we can mimic all of this up to there. And then we'll get it to just come off at that station here. Because it needs to connect to there. Beautiful. Alright, it's not too bad. It's a bit funky and all over the place, but there's not really much going on in this this area anyway. So it wouldn't really matter. Because it's kind of like a dead area we're not really doing anything with. So we can kind of get away with it to a certain extent. Right, okay, before I do any of that then, let's take a look over here real quick. How is this going? Have we had the oil drop in? No, the thing is starting to go down. Is this the first oil truck coming over with the goods? Let me fast forward then. I think it's the first truck now coming in. So that's decreasing slowly, but now we should have... Have I paused it? What's going on? Oh no, autosave. Now we should have the first vehicle of oil coming back in, and we'll pull it all back to normal. Yes, yes, mate. Right, here we go. First oil truck coming in. There's a second one. Dropping off the goods. There we go, boys. Back in business. So that will start producing. That will start to get the fuel on board. So it might drop down by one, but then it should come back up. It might not drop down by one. No, it's not going to. So that will just keep happening now as more and more gets placed in. So we should be back up running this then, which will keep this moving along quite nicely. Then we should be Gucci, boys. We then should be Gucci. Yeah, it's getting loads of oil now coming in. Right, okay, that's now back up and running. We're all good there. Well, where am I? I've lost my bearings. There I am. So let's get a train on this then. So a new line, which starts there, to there, to there, and then back to there, and then it will go back to the start. That's all it needs to do, a passenger line. Sweet. Sweet, mate. We have no thingies over here, so we have to place down a new depot. So let's just quickly turn this. Not sure which way it's going to go, but I'll place 2 on anyway. There we go. And I think we are going to be good to go from that extent. So you might see now some change. So limited leaks charts have been semi-consistent since the 1850s. Just a normal growth. Because they're able to connect to Beerley, which Beerley should have something very similar, yeah. And then recently it's just come to a halt because there's nothing going on. They've reached their full potential before I can intervene and grow them or add a little bit extra to their areas. So let's get a train, buy a vehicle. Now electric's too expensive at the moment because we don't have the demand. So we're going to have to stick, unfortunately, with diesel. So we'll go with this diesel. Passenger, that one carries more. So we do a 66 capacity for now to keep the running costs as low as possible. And then when we get more and more demand, then we can add more things to it. Right, so this is going to... Right, let me do this. This is the train from lower... No, not lower Bexley. It's on Bexley to Leek to Beerley. So I'll be out. That is my way of knowing what that train line is. So the train's already over here. There's already a few peeps waiting, but I don't know if they're waiting on that side. It will take a while before they realise where they can go. And that will be beneficial for the line that runs up here, because if there's anybody from these 2 towns that want to go anywhere else, they can just switch on the train. So we've already got people waiting over here. There's 9 people going one way, 10 people going one way, 1 person going the other, and 18 people there. So this could already be quite a good line. Okay. So now we gotta look at a dock. So if I place the passenger harbour down first, doesn't really matter. And that is in radius of, if I put it there, that's in radius of the train station. So you can see it kind of glows white when you go through it. So they could walk over, there's no issues. But I'm going to have to destroy a little bit of this industry for now. But what this dock does here is I could potentially modify it. We're going to configure it anyway, because I want to delete this. But if I go the large passenger dock there, and then we do a large cargo dock on this side, let's just get the landing set up there and there. I could eventually bring goods to this town via boat. So I've set it up potentially in the future we could do that to start growing Beerley, because the more I grow this town, the better, because that's connected. That's the furthest away connected. We're going to connect it to St. Ives anyway, but that actually produces the construction material needed what Beerley wants. So and we got one over here as well, but I mean that's very close. But I can make a boat that carries passengers and goods if that's possible. I mean, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So the boat constantly going across. We'll also bring goods. So because obviously it's one connection, it might not make that much money, but you never know. I'll do hovercrafts to begin with, but that's something in the future we could definitely take a look at, which will be interesting. Okay. Right, where's the train anyway? How many people are over here waiting? There's 37. Right, here's my train. No, that's not my train. There's my train. It's got 22 people on board. So what's the finances been like so far? So at some point, you got a tram. Oh, I thought it was a tram. A train in very poor condition. But that's one of my oil trains, isn't it? It's got to be. So I wonder when it will start making money, this train. So as it goes here then, let me just take a sip of my cup of tea. Then it has 19 on board, made 200,000 there for a moment, which is not enough for the cost yet, but it will slowly get more and more people on board as time goes on. And then once we integrate the boat on this little town over here in Beerley, then we'll have more people over here. So let's see what it ends off here at. So 185,000, but it picks up now a full load. And how many people are left there? 17. So that's kind of already a pretty cool thing. So let's set up St. Ives then. Now this one's a weird one in a sense that it's very centralized to the town. The town's very centralized to the island. So we're going to have to come up with some terraforming right now. So the smooth, no, not smooth. I need the flattening tool, up the brush size. Oh, hang on. Where am I placing this? It'd be nice to get it about there, wouldn't it? So kind of like slightly bring it in a bit more. Well, that takes crude oil on and turns it into oil. That might be beneficial as well. Right, I'm going to kind of create an artificial harbour. So it cost me like 8 million. It's going to go into the millions, boys. Into the millions. And then push that slightly up to here. Try not to destroy many, many buildings. I'll only destroy the buildings needed to create the harbour. So if that went smack bang there. Good, good, good. And then we configured it. So like I said before, first things first. Delete you. And then passenger line. Now this is going to be interesting because I want to do it in a way where, okay, if I do a small, because I'm trying to get it. Pedestrian entrance. No, I'm trying to get it where would the cargo won't be any help. Well, that would work there, but I'm gonna have to kind of pull it. I almost had it there for a second. Oh, come on, boy. Stop flipping around. I can't get it in its place. Oh, there we go. Finally got it. There like that. So the passenger one. Oh, don't even tell me you won't even do it. Don't even tell me you won't even do it right now. Alright, let me delete that one. I want it to come down this way. Like that, but just here to fill in that gap. How dare you? Right. I've deleted the old thing. We'll start again. Zodiac, you're a crazed lunatic. Alright, delete that. Let's start again. Right, docks outside the whatever it said. I know what it said. Right, so basically, bring it down a bit more, Zodiac. Right, we're going to smoothen all this off anyway, but... Is that as close as I'm going to get it? I don't want to destroy too much, you know what I mean? So I can put it right against there. But you know what? We're just going to stick it... Right, one building's going to be removed there. Then we have to edit it ourselves then. Boy, how dare you? How freaking dare you right now? Right. Delete that. So passenger. Let's try this again then. So if I went there like that, then a passenger can stick off there. Then a potential cargo could stick off there. So then the landing, you could do there and there for now. See, that's all you gotta do, boys. That's all you gotta do. So now I need to just kind of smoothen these edges. You know what I mean? Let's do a circle. Or a square. Let's go a square. I'm going to stick it out a bit like that. Smoothing. Get a bit of beach back. There we go. Perfection. Perfection. Oh, we'll do this side too. Right, cool, mate, cool. So that is all potentially set up for if I want to go blah, 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 in English, please, go down that route. So let's set up a new boat line then. So passenger. I'm clicking on passenger as well. There. Oh, apparently you can go through there. Okay. If you want to go down that route, boys, you want to send the hovercrafts down that road, we can do it. So a shipyard, I'll place over on this side. And I'm going to buy Uno hovercraft for now. Because we found out they were quite cheap and easily used. So that would do its thing. And it has a capacity of how much again? 20. So I'm going to need 20 people at a time. Which will be handy. So it'd be nice to see what St. Ives over here slowly does. There's people already walking on their way over. So that's going to be handy for this town. There's quite a few. Wow, looks like there's a lot of people. So they're craving for that outside world connection. And what have they been like? Have they like, yeah, they've kind of bottomed out recently as well. So now with the ability to get the folks out of here, they're going to rejoice. There's already 6 people waiting and there's like so many now walking in. There's now 9, 12. Wow. Hovercraft's on the way, so that will hook up to that connection. That will be really good. So I'm not sure how many people are going to be coming from Beerley. The great thing is it's connected up to all the other areas. So if somebody from example like Hellsworth wanted to go to St. Ives, well, there's a couple of connections they've got to make, but it definitely is possible. It definitely is possible. So where is that train for this line? There it is. And has it been making money lately? It has. Oh, nice. So that should drop off and make some money again now. 1.1 million. Look at that. Would you look at that, boys? And is it full right now? Yeah. So if I look at the passengers, there's quite a lot for the BLB line, which is what this line is. There's 190 odd waiting for there. 25 waiting for there. So it's safe to say we could afford to manage the train. And we're going to add on 2 additional passenger things. Carriages. There we go. I can't believe how many's waiting to go that one place. Lower Bexley. That's where they're waiting to go. So they'll be picked up next time round. We're going to have a passenger over here waiting already. There's one lonely dude who wants to go to St. Ives. But we should have the hovercraft filled to the brim right now with peeps. I wonder how much money we get for that. So we'll just wait for that to come in then. And then we can see how much money we make off it. So here it is. And how much money do you get for that trip with a filled hovercraft? 433,000. Which charts? Oh, hang on, I've clicked on the wrong thing, haven't I? I need to click on this. Finances. Whew! See, it doesn't cost a lot to run a hovercraft. So that's kind of cool, man. And they're in walking distance to the train station as well, so it's like a free connection in a way, which will make more people wait at this train station. Right, they're going to love that. That's not going back with a full cargo of 132 peeps. So it'll be interesting to see how much this gets when it gets over to this train station. Because you know that's going to be crazy as well. I reckon 2 million. I reckon 2 million, yeah. That's my prediction. But you got to think it's 132 people who might want to go into the other line, or I mean, they might go to Bexley anyway, but they might transfer to the other line. So 1.8 million. all them people get off and watch the Rugby to Bexley line now just shoot up. Do you see why it becomes so beneficial? That line made money. The next line's going to make money. Where is that train? Is this it? So finances, it's like only in the last couple of months has that started to make a profit. And that's no coincidence. That's because in the last couple of months we've had this other line set up. So that's why that's now making money. Do you see how it all changes things and how it works things? That's going to go back now with a full load. So we kind of heavily invested this single line here last episode. And it wasn't making money, if anything. But it was there as an investment until we got this line set up. And now this line's set up where that line makes money. So does this one, because it just transfers the peeps over. So let me check out the lines in general then. Let me see what's making money, what's losing money at this point. So what's losing money at the moment is what we kind of predicted and knew about is the loops. Now they're investments as well, because a lot of them are determined on the fact that we need the towns to grow. So as time goes on, they'll slowly make money. They'll slowly make some money. But it's just one of those things. We kind of need the towns to continually grow. Like if I take, I mean, what would be a good one? Like the Rugby one. That one's just kind of barely breaking even. And if you look at the stations all around, there's this huge section of the town here that hasn't grown yet, where we have a couple of bus stops. When that area grows, these stations will be used more. And at the moment, it's just breaking even. So when more people get onto those over here, it will make more profit. And obviously, the only way it can grow is by growing the city. Now, the city, look at the charts, is growing. So you just have to give it time. And that gets repeated in all the other areas. Like Bexley over here, there's a couple of stops. That stop there, there's like really not much around it. It covers that area, but that area, it's clearly better. From these guys, it's better to go to that one. For these guys, it's better to go to that one. So we need the town to grow out here a bit more. And Bexley, again, is growing as well. So it just takes time for those bus routes. The best thing is I've got it in and I can capitalize on that demand straight away. Right, sweet, sweet, sweet. How are we doing over here then? How are we doing? So this still brings the goods in, still getting the consumption. I might have to reduce the amount of vehicles on this route. On the fuel import. How many vehicles are currently on it? Let me manage vehicles. There is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just because we have too many vehicles on the route and we don't have the demand. So I'll cut it back, and then when the demand gets bigger, then I'll add more vehicles onto it. Because it also affects this route here as well, when the vehicle can't get in to pick up the planks. So that's all good. That's all good. Right, so the Market Drayton loop, the Topsom loop, right? Yeah, Market Drayton. Let's take a look at this one, because I think this is our biggest town, right? In terms of size, yeah. Our biggest town is Market Drayton. So why is that loop not making money? Is it the fact that we have too many loops? I mean, not too many loops. There are too many stops. Maybe. Do we have too many vehicles on that loop? Right, if I get rid... Right, if I bring it down just to 2 buses, that means it takes longer for a bus to go round. Thus, the stops will build up more and more people. And that could be a benefit towards us. Because it's a lot of it also comes down to fine-tuning it, like on that front as well. Lower the vehicles to create the demand, and then you up it. So the machine import, you can just about barely see it. Was it making money? Then it was. Topsom is the next one. We've done the other one. So where's Topsom again? Topsom is... it's up here. So that is a case of how many vehicles are on that Topsom loop. I'm going to bring it down to 1. And then see how that goes. Because it could be where some of them only need 1 vehicle. Really, that's what it could be all down to. Because the vehicles that we've got right now do have quite a large capacity. They have a capacity of 17, which is quite large for a vehicle on its own. So leave that to do what it's got to do. It will reduce the amount of expenses that we got. And make each bus like fuller, because there's less buses to go around. So where is that? So did I give this one a name, that line? I didn't, did I? Line 1. It's already making nearly $1 million profit. I need to give it a line. It's a St. Ives to Beerley. So it's just called line 1 at the moment. Right, I'll call it ship. St. Ives to Beerley. There we go. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, so I'm calling it Beerley. If you haven't noticed. And that connects all that, and that's pretty good. That works really well. So Leek, then, how have you oh my god, look at that, the growth all of a sudden. That's brilliant, because it really opens up doors for us. Beerley, the growth. It's the population growth that kills me. It's like it's gone from 171 to 300. It's practically doubled the town since we got that connection. Holy moly. That's good. That's nice. That's crazy, man. Just wait till we get like the stuff that they actually need that town. Then we're laughing. So Bexley right now, has that had the same thing? Yeah, it's had another growth spurt. Now we got that all hooked up. But that's pretty sweet as well, mate. Does the Beerley line make Bexley line, sorry, make much money? The loop there, no. I feel like we've got too many vehicles on that one as well. So where's the Bexley loop? There. I'm going to reduce it down to just 2. Because I feel like that's way too many vehicles for this small town. How many, you know, the sheer amount of stops it has, which is very, very little. See, that bus has got 1 on board right now. And that will drop them off here. That'll pick up 5 people and take them to where they need to get to. So I'm watching the Rugby Bexley line start to climb as the passengers transfer, which is perfect again. And you get the odd few people now walking out to this bus stop and waiting. Oh, it's so exciting, guys. It's so exciting. So I think we're going to end it for here today then. We've set up that brand new line, which is working really, really well. Each one of these trucks now coming in seems to have quite a lot already there waiting for them to collect. So by reducing it, creates the demand. That's pretty much what we've done there, which is really good. Off that goes, boys. That just keeps producing. Nice. And we can then focus on other areas of the nation, the place, the country, whatever you want to call it, which is really good. So, how many people are waiting in Market Drayton right now? 467 going to Rugby. So they're going to Rugby. And where's that train for it? That's not the train. No. Where is the train for it? Is this it here? And that's forward as well. How many people are waiting there to top some? So it could be a matter of time. It's got a steam train as well. Is it steam? No, I think it's a diesel. But I think we need to replace this. So let's end the episode by replacing this vehicle. So I could go electric, which will be handy. I'll go for the cheapest electric, this one. And then passenger units. So that one's got 7 on. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I don't need to go. Do you know what? I'll go for that. No, we'll go for one more. Because these are higher capacity than the ones it's currently got. That's like nearly 200 capacity right there. Oh, there's no electric path. Hold on. Hold on. So which part doesn't have the electric path? Aha! It's in the station. Let me just double check both stations. That one's okay. That one's okay. Right, where's that train again now? I've lost the train. Is that it? Yeah, manage your vehicle. Replace. Right, we got to build it again real quick. Electric. Right, was that the cheaper one? Yeah. So we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Replace. Okay, we replaced that there now. So that like can hold more people. It's also a cleaner train in terms of emissions, so the towns won't moan as much now with the pollution. It's going to cost us more to maintain and run, but it can carry more people as well. That's the other bonus and benefit. So this comes in now, and I wonder how many people it's going to pick up. So empties out there. Everyone else gets on board. Will it be going back with a full load of people? Yep. Now, a lot of them I think are going to be wanting to go to Topsum as well. So I'll stop off in Market Drayton, then go to Topsum after. But I want to see the monies, boys. I want to see what monies it's got ready to show us. Is it here? Here it is. You ready? 1.3 million. But it doesn't unload everyone. It's got another full load there going to Topsum right now. So I think all these people are going to be going to Topsum anyway, because that's the final stop for that one. So everyone's going over to here then. Look at that huge building in Topsum right now. This is actually getting quite a big place too. Lifted gym. There's a lot of neon signs right now. We're in the future, boys. We're in the future. Right, here comes the train. And that makes 1.5 million. Check the finances. Yes. Still nice and high. And goes back with another full load. That's making tons of money, boys. So Market Drayton, as the emissions now gone down. Charts. I'm not sure if it has or not, but there you go. Still growing. It's still a growing town. But that's just what we do. We just kind of improve here and there, everywhere we can. How's St. Hives now it's been connected? Has that all of a sudden had a boost? Look at that. That's gone. That's where we started, and now it's gone up to here. So that's had a nice little boost as well. Loving it, they are. Loving it. Right, guys, we're going to end it for here. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good luck.